You clicked on this video because you're tired. Not just physically tired, soul tired. Tired of starting over every single Monday. Tired of promises you make to yourself at night only to break them the next day by 3 p.m. because cravings start to hit. And let's be honest, you're tired of the shame that comes with it. The voice in your head that says, see, you can't even control what you eat. You're weak. I'm here to tell you that that voice is a liar. The war you are fighting isn't your stomach. It's in your head, and you've been giving the wrong weapons to fight with. So today in this video, we start over, but for the last time. This is day 1 of my 100-day plan to go from fat to fit. Let's get into it. If you're new here, welcome. I am Alyssa Manla, and I am a fitness content YouTuber. And I have been on YouTube, you guys, for around 2 years, which is absolutely insane. And I have over 20,000 subscribers. So if this is your very first video with me and you're like, who is this girl? Stick around, okay? I have a lot to show you. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I love my YouTube community. Let's get into the very first phase. For years, you have been told the exact same thing. If you want to stop craving junk food, you just need more willpower. You need to be stronger, more disciplined. You just kind of have to fight your way through it. Resist the donuts in the break room like it's some type of moral test that you just keep failing over and over again. This is one of the biggest piece of garbage advice in the fitness industry. Trying to out willpower your brain is like trying to hold back the ocean with a fork. It's exhausting. It's pointless, and it sets you up to feel like a failure when your natural biology wins. Your cravings are not some sign of weakness. They're a sign that your brain is screaming for comfort and certainty in a world that we live in that often just feels super chaotic. I'm going to put you guys on. Here's a secret that most people just don't talk about. Your brain doesn't actually crave the chips, the candy, the donut, the cookies, or the pint of ice cream. It craves the feeling that it knows that those things will deliver to it. It's just a dopamine thing. And dopamine isn't about pleasure. It's about prediction. Your brain is an efficiency machine. It knows that eating that bag of chips is a guaranteed, predictable hit of feel-good chemicals. It's easy, it's certain. So the key isn't fighting the craving. It's to give your brain a new, better prediction that's healthier for you for it to lock onto. Our goal is to give it a different kind of certainty. Before we get into phase 1, if you are going to make the commitment for these next 100 days, make sure you comment 100 days to her to really lock in. And it's so important, you guys, to set the date. A lot of times you guys do my challenges and you don't comment the start date. Comment the start date. It keeps yourself accountable and it tells your brain, hey, I'm committing to this like I said I would on this specific date. Phase 1 is craving control. This phase is going to be for 21 days. During this phase, you guys, we're not taking anything away. We are only adding to. Here are 3 simple, non-negotiable actions that I don't want you guys to think about. I just want you to do them. Number 1 is going to be schedule your shake. Every single day at the exact same time, you are going to drink a protein shake. Pick a time you know that you usually get kind of snacky. Set an alarm. When it goes off, drink the shake. No debate. We are creating a predictable reward and we are going to help you reach your protein goals. Number 2 is take a done for the day walk. After you finish your last meal of the day, you will immediately put your shoes on and go for a 10-minute walk. It does not have to be fast. The walk isn't meant to burn a ton of calories. It's a physical signal to your brain that the kitchen is closed. It's a new full stop to your day. Now, if you eat late, and it's too dark outside and it's not safe, walk around your home, walk around your bedroom, get a walking pad, but move your body and walk 10 minutes. Put the timer on. Number 3 is get morning light. Try to aim between 30 to an hour of waking up. I know everybody wakes up at different times. Try to get outside for 5 minutes. No phone, just you and the sky. For some, it may be moonlight. For others, it may be the sun. That's it. A shake, a walk, and 5 minutes of moonlight or daylight. Let me break down the science of why I'm telling you guys to do this. Your brain is running an old, outdated software program that says stress, uncertainty, chaos, let's eat sugar. It's a sure thing to make me feel better. By adding these predictable habits, we are simply installing a new software. The daily protein shake teaches your brain, hey, at whatever time we get a predictable reward that also happens to stabilize our blood sugar and get us some protein in for the day. Soon, when you guys do this, you will notice that your brain will start anticipating the shake instead of the candy, the chips, the cookies. The post-dinner walk creates a powerful new pattern. It replaces the habit of mindlessly grazing while watching TV or TikTok with a clear, defined action that says, we are done eating for the day. It provides a sense of closure that our brains really love. It's a predictable end which calms the part of your brain that seeks comfort from late night snacking. We are giving your brain the certainty that it wants, just in a form that actually is going to serve you and your goals. Here's a hot girl tip. Stop trying to be the girl that has enough willpower to resist the cupcake. Become the woman whose brain is too busy anticipating her next power move to even think about the cupcake. Phase 2 is the sneaky deficit. You made it through phase 1, the first 21 days, okay? You spent 3 weeks building the foundation, not of restriction, but of consistency. You taught your brain that it can actually rely on you for new habits for comfort. And if you completed phase 1, you should be incredibly proud of that because that is a difficult phase for a lot of people to get through. But now we're moving on to phase 2, which will run between day 22 to day 60. This is where the magic really starts to happen for you guys. And I know what you're thinking because I've been there. Here comes the diet, the starvation, the misery. And a part of you is probably tensing up right now, bracing yourself for the hunger and the fight. I get it. Every diet that you've been on has probably taught you that fat loss has to feel like some type of punishment. But let me be very clear. We are not doing that. We're not doing crash diets. That's how I stayed in an endless cycle, stuck, miserable, overweight for years. We're going to sneak the fat off your body without waking up your survival brain. A lot of people believe in order to lose weight, you gotta go all in. You slash your calories to 1,200, you start doing 2 workouts a day, and you live on sad salads. You believe that the more that you suffer, the faster your results will come. You almost treat your body like it's an enemy to be conquered and slayed like the dragon in a film. You treat it like it's a wild animal that needs to be starved into submission. And for a week, maybe even 2 weeks, the number on the scale drops and you feel this rush of victory. But then what happens? Your body, brilliant and ancient and designed for survival, fights back. The cravings become way more monstrous. Your energy absolutely plummets. You're irritable, obsessed with food. So what do? You break. You give in, you let loose a little bit, and you end up right where you started or far worse. Only now you have proof for that voice in your head that says, see, you can't do this. You weren't really focused. And that is the biggest mistake, you guys. Treating fat loss like it's a battle. It doesn't have to be. It's a negotiation. Your body doesn't want to be overweight. It doesn't want to be unhappy, but it's absolutely terrified of starvation. When you slash calories so dramatically, you literally sound off a fire alarm in your brain. All non-essential systems, they go on lockdown. Your metabolism completely slows down. Your hunger hormones rage, and your brain literally screams at you to find a high-calorie food as soon as possible. The truth is, lasting, effective weight loss, it's gentle. It's subtle. It's about being a little sneaky. We're not going to declare war. We are going to tiptoe into a calorie deficit so quietly that your brain's security system never gets triggered. I know this, guys, because I did this. You can see here, lost over 80 pounds. 80 pounds over around 16 months, a little bit over time. It was a sneaky deficit, but it was sustainable. 235, 153. 235, 153. This is what you guys need to do in this phase. For the next several weeks, we're making small strategic adjustments. Number 1 is find your sneaky deficit. We are aiming for a small 10 to 20% calorie reduction from what you normally eat. You can use a free online calculator. I've talked about this multiple times on my channel. I will include a link below. It's absolutely free. And you need to do this to get a rough estimate of your maintenance calories. And do not obsess over this number. It's a starting point. The goal is to eat just enough to feel satisfied while creating a small gap for fat loss to occur. In order for you guys to do the sneaky deficit, you have to know your baseline, okay? So you need to have some concept of how much you are consuming. I think you should track. That would be my advice to you for at least a week, because a lot of people, they like to think that they're eating certain things, or, oh, I'm only eating around 1,500 calories. I'm intuitive eating. And they have no idea because they're not calculating. You guys, humor me, okay? Test it out for a week. If you're a non-believer, if you don't want to track your calories, if you think that's obsessive, do it for a week. Everything you eat, track it for a week. There's plenty of apps that have free trials as well. No cost. Don't even pay for one. Get a free trial for a week and track everything that you normally eat. Just go about your normal life. I'm not even asking you to be restrictive. Just normal day, normal everything, but track it. Then you guys will have a baseline. Once you have that baseline, you can go into the sneaky deficit. You can use the calculator that I'll include in the description below. Without this, you guys, you have no idea what you are consuming. Number 2 in this is protein is your first priority. Every single meal, I want you to ask, where's my protein? You guys remember that book where it's like, where's my mother? I need you to treat protein the same way, okay? Where's my protein? Aim for a palm size amount of protein. Or better yet, once you start tracking, when you guys input your information in the calculator, it will tell you based on your goals how much protein you should be consuming. Protein keeps you full and it keeps you satisfied. When I was over 235 pounds, I was not even eating all that much, right? And you're looking at that picture and you're like, girl, please, you was eating. I definitely was eating, but my point is I wasn't eating very vast meals. I was snacking a lot. And a lot of people don't realize that protein is literally your best friend because it's going to keep you satiated. I eat way more well-rounded meals now at 153 than I did at over 235 pounds, and I'm satiated now. I've lost 80 pounds and I'm more satiated now because of the protein I eat than I ever was then. And it also requires more energy for your body to digest, giving your metabolism a little bit of a nudge. Start your meal with protein, okay? Ask yourself, where is my protein? Number 3 is going to be add volume vegetables. And if anyone tells me, wait a minute, I don't like vegetables, I don't want to hear it, okay? You can find at least one type of vegetable that you can enjoy. You want to feel full and not deprived, right? The easiest way to do that is to add a ton of non-starchy vegetables to your plate. Spinach, broccoli, cauliflower. I don't care. Find one that you enjoy. You can eat a mountain of this stuff and it's so little calories, you guys. Double the vegetable portion to your dinner. A lot of us like to double the rice. We like to double the breads, right? I need you to double your vegetables. The goal is to fill your body, you guys, with fiber and nutrients, which tells your brain, hey, we're all good here. We have plenty of food available. And let me tell you guys the science behind why this works. Your brain has almost like a thermostat for body fat. It has a set point where it feels comfortable. When you crash diet, it's like turning the AC all the way down. The thermostat, it absolutely freaks out and kicks on the emergency heat, which is basically your survival mechanisms to get back to what it knows. But a small 10 to 20% deficit, that's like turning the temperature down by 1 degree. The thermostat, it barely even notices. If it's too small to change or trigger an alarm, by eating plenty of protein and high volume vegetables, you're creating a physical fullness and satisfaction. There's no famine. There's no danger. So it allows your body to start using its stored fat for energy quietly and without the fight. Here's a hot girl tip. Stop trying to starve the fat off. You are going to outsmart it. Make your body feel so safe, so nourished, and so satisfied that it doesn't even notice that the fat is coming off. That's the ultimate power move. If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, okay? It lets the algorithm know that you are enjoying this content and they continue to push it out. Also, make sure you guys are following me on social media. On Instagram, I am Fitless Lifestyle, and on TikTok, I am fitless.lifestyle. And last thing, if you are going to commit to this 100-day challenge, make make sure you comment 100 days to her with the start date. All right, let's get into the next phase. Phase 3 is going to be build your gym brain. All right, let's have a little chit chat. When you get to phase 3, you've made it to day 61. 61 days. For 60 days, you have been retraining your brain around food, cravings, and fullness. You've been quiet, consistent, strategic. Now it's time to turn up the volume. This is phase 3, our final push from day 61 to 100. And this phase is all about the gym. I know. I saw some of y'all's shoulders tense up. For a lot of you, the gym sometimes can be a place of punishment, a place to burn off all the bad food that you ate. It feels like a chore. Another thing on your to-do list, you have to literally drag yourself to do. You may be going because you feel like you have to, not because you want to. We're about to change that. The gym isn't punishment for the body that you have. It's training for the brain that you want. We are going to build your gym brain. The biggest lie that we've all been sold, and it's a really great marketing, is that you need motivation to go to the gym. You wait until you feel inspired. You scroll through Instagram or TikTok looking for a magical jolt of energy that will make you want to put on your sneakers, have some ambient, iconic playlists playing in the background. You think that fit people wake up every day bursting with this motivation to work out. I hate to break it to you, but that is a complete fantasy. Fit people don't have more motivation. They have better systems and stronger neural pathways. They have trained their brain to make working out a non-negotiable. It's not a decision that they make every single day. It's just what they do. The secret isn't finding the motivation to go to the gym. The secret is going to the gym to create the motivation. It sounds backwards, but it's science. The act of showing up, especially when you don't want to, is what forges the habit in your brain. Action comes first. Feelings come later. We are not waiting to feel good to move. We are moving so that we feel good. And I know this to be true, you guys, because that is what happened for me, okay? I think a lot of people who follow me and who see me on social, you will see, if you're not following me and you're like, hey, what's this girl about? You will see I'm very disciplined, okay? I'm constantly working out. And I've had people hit me up and be like, oh my gosh, like, how are you so disciplined? You guys, I don't have all the motivation in the world. I don't want to work out some days either, okay? But I do it anyways. It's a non-negotiable. Like I said, you will see once you start implementing this that the movement and the confidence comes after you act, not before. This is your action plan that you're going to do in this phase from day 61 to 100. For these final 40 days, we are building an identity, the identity of a person who shows up. Number 1 in this phase is you're going to schedule 3 strength workouts. Pick 3 days in the week and block out 15, 30, or an hour on your calendar, whatever time that you can allocate. But those are your options: 15, 30, or an hour. Specifically for strength training, I want you to treat it like a doctor's appointment. Treat it like payday. Treat it like you won a lottery and you have to pick up your ticket on those days. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can find a simple full body program online. The goal isn't to kill yourself. The goal is to show up and lift heavier or do more reps than you did last time. That's what progressive overload is. If you do not have a gym, when I say gym, it just applies to moving your body. You can work out at home as well. Number 2 is make your steps non-negotiable. You need to track your daily step, but now it's a non-negotiable task. 8,000 steps every day. Rain, shine, zombie apocalypse, tired or energized. It doesn't matter. This isn't for fat loss, but it will. You guys will see you definitely are going to lean out. It's for mental toughness. It literally teaches your brain that you are the kind of person who does what they say they're going to do. It's a game changer. Number 3 is create a go routine. Have a pre-gym ritual. For some people, it's a playlist. Maybe it's a specific pre-workout drink in a fancy wine glass. Maybe it's just laying out your gym clothes the night before. But this ritual is a trigger that tells your brain it's time to go now. It automates the process and removes the need to debate with yourself. Let's break down why this works. Every time you exercise, especially when you lift weights, your brain releases a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. The easiest way to think about BDNF is that it's literally miracle grow for your brain. It helps create new neurons and strengthens the connection between them. So when you go to the gym, you lift weights, you are physically flooding your brain with this stuff. The more you do it, the stronger and more efficient the pathways become. For all the people you see who are super fit, who seem super locked in, they all started somewhere, you guys. They didn't just wake up like that, okay? They implemented these things. They started developing systems. And then now you can't even imagine them not doing those things. You will have a very similar experience. You are literally rewiring your brain so the habit becomes automatic. You're no longer relying on the emotional part of your brain, motivation. You're operating from a habit center. Here's a hot girl tip. Stop just looking at weights as a tool to build your body. Look at them as well as tools for upgrading your brain. A strong body is just a side effect of building an unstoppable mind. Okay, so can we pause for a second? I'm breaking down this 100-day plan piece by piece for you guys. And I'm giving you the exact strategy you need to start seeing real change. But I know for some of you, you might be thinking, that makes sense, but can I actually do this alone? What happens when I have a question or a bad day hits? I get it, because I've been there. Everything that I'm teaching here, the brain science, the sneaky deficit, the gym mindset, it's all part of a bigger framework. The exact system that I used to lose over 80 pounds naturally in a little over a year, that system got me out of a cycle of shame and self-sabotage for good. I've poured every single thing that I've learned, every mistake that I've made, and every breakthrough I've had into my new course called the Show Up System. This isn't just another diet plan. This is about rewiring your mindset. I have modules that teach you how to finally see yourself as a fit person and actually become one. I teach you how to read a nutrition label, understanding your macros, how to sustainably go on an 8-week calorie deficit, and so much more. And the important thing is that you're not doing it alone. There's a community of women just like you who will be a part of the program, and you will also have access to me for personal one-on-ones and chats to keep you on track. This is for women who are done with quick fixes. This is for women who are ready to show up for themselves. That's you and you want to learn more, make sure you click the link in my description, the Show Up System, for more details. Let's get into the very last couple phases. Phase 4 is stress-proof your progress. You've reached day 100. You built the habits, you created the deficit, you showed up at the gym. You have every single reason to be proud of yourself, and I hope that you are. But I need you to listen to me and listen closely. The next part, this is forever. And this is where most women, after all their hard work, sabotage themselves and completely unravel everything. We're now in phase 4, which isn't a 20-day block, but a lifelong strategy. Stress-proofing your progress. You can have the perfect diet, the perfect workout plan, but if your stress is sky high, I promise you, your brain will find a way to drag you right back to your old habits. You fought so hard to break. Life will happen. A bad day at work, a fight with your partner, a sick child. And in those moments, your brain will default to oldest, most practical survival mechanism, which for many of us is food. You believe that when you're stressed, you just need to be tougher. A lot of us just try to power through it, especially women. You tell yourself things like, I've come so far, I can't let this one bad day ruin it. And that's not a terrible way of thinking. But what is terrible is ignoring the stress, letting it bottle up, which leads you to rely on your comfort, the pint of ice cream. This is a losing strategy. Treating stress like an inconvenience you can ignore is like ignoring the fire alarm because the noise is annoying. The stress isn't the problem, it's a signal. When you ignore it, it gets louder. Eventually, the alarm becomes so deafening in your ears, your brain says, emergency, I need comfort and I need it now. And before you know it, you're at the bottom of a bag of chips, wondering what just happened. Stress management isn't just some fluffy, nice to have self-care tips. It's the most critical and non-negotiable part of maintaining a lean, healthy body for life. The truth is, chronic stress makes it biologically impossible to lose fat and keep it off. It's not a mindset issue. It's a hormonal one. When you're chronically stressed, your body is flooded with a hormone called cortisol. High cortisol does three terrible things. It increases your craving for sugar, high fat food, and it tells your body to store fat, usually around your belly, and it literally locks in your bad habits, making them harder to break. You aren't weak for caving under stress. It's literally a chemical signal that's screaming for survival. But there are things that you can do. This is your action plan for phase 4. These are tools to manage life so life isn't managing you. Number 1 is protect your sleep. You need to make 7 to 9 hours of sleep a must. Sleep is not just a luxury, it's a vital hormonal reset. It's the time when your body literally it's going to lower its cortisol and your brain clears out the junk, including the pathways, you guys, that lead to bad habits. And get off your phone at least an hour before bed. Make your room dark and cool. Your progress is made while you are sleeping. And let me talk to the people who I get who have constantly are working and they have 1,000 things. And for creatives, a lot of times, a lot of your best ideas come at night. I hear you. Okay. I've been there. I used to be a person that didn't prioritize sleep and I was still grinding through it. I was disciplined. I was still getting things done. But the crash outs, you guys, were absolutely insane. It was not sustainable. You have to prioritize this. Especially as women, as we get older, it just gets harder. And I get it. Life be lifing. We all have various different degrees of things that we need to focus on, but you need to make this a priority. Number 2 is learn the 90-second reset. When you feel that wave of stress hit, the anger email, the frustrating traffic stop, set a timer for 90 seconds. Close your eyes, take it slow, deep breaths. Inhale for seconds, exhale. 90 seconds is often how long it takes for the chemical rush of an emotional reaction to flush through your system. What you're doing is creating a pause between the trigger of your old reaction. Number 3 is walk, don't snack. When you feel the urge to stress eat, immediately, and I mean immediately, put on your shoes and walk for 10 minutes. Change your environment. This gentle rhythmic movement of walking is a powerful way to process your stress hormone and calm down your nervous system. You're not just avoiding the snack, you're actively choosing a tool that solves the root of the problem. And let's talk about the science of why this works. I want you guys to think of cortisol as a highlighter. When you are stressed and perform a habit like eating cookies, the cortisol highlights that action in your brain, essentially saying, remember this, it's important. This works to reduce stress. It makes the pathway habit stronger and faster. That's why you self-sabotage. Your brain has learned that it's a reliable solution. Sleep is the eraser. During deep sleep, your brain goes through like almost a pruning process. It literally deletes old, unused junk to make room for new pathways. When you skip sleep or don't get enough of it, you are essentially leaving all the old stress eat software that is running in the background. By prioritizing sleep, you are giving your brain the time it needs to delete the old programs and make way for stronger new ones. Here's a hot girl tip. A truly fit woman isn't the one with the flattest abs. She's the one that can handle a chaotic day without letting it completely derail her. Your ability to manage stress is the ultimate secret to keeping the body that you have worked so hard for. Before we dive into the final crucial phase, I want to remind you guys that what I'm giving you guys isn't just a collection of tips, it's a system. If you are feeling that fire light up inside of you right now and you want to go deeper and have an entire framework at your fingertips, then my Show Up system is the next step. It's where we turn these concepts into reality with modules like mastering your mindset, understanding nutrition labels, an 8-week calorie deficit, all sustainably and with support. Early access is in the description below the Show Up system. Now let's get into the very last phase. Phase 5 is lock in the new you. Look at what you've accomplished. You did it. You crossed the 100-day finish line. And I hope if you have completed these phases that you're really taking a second to let that sink in. This isn't about surviving another diet. This is real change. You now have proof that you can do hard things. You have started building discipline. You learned how to make your choices automatic, and you showed up for yourself again, and again. But here's where the real transformation happens. Phase 5 is just not the end of the challenge. This is your invitation to step into into your new identity. You've put in the work. Now it's time to make fit, confident, resilient, not just actions, but part of who you are. This phase is about celebrating your journey, owning your story, and locking in new habits so deeply that you being that girl is just second nature. Here's the step-by-step action phases that you're going to be doing in this phase. This is about programming your mind to match the actions that you have been taking. Number one is going to be state your new name. Every single morning before you look at your phone, I want you to look in the mirror and say out loud, I am healthy, strong person who makes choices that honor my body. It's gonna feel a little stupid at first. Do it anyways. You are giving your brain primary directive for that day. It's a game changer. Number two is gonna be anchor your rituals. We are going to turn your gym time into a powerful ritual that reinforces your identity. Use the same playlist every single time you go. Wear an outfit that makes you feel powerful. Go around the same time of day. These actions create a powerful psychological trigger. The ritual becomes just as important as the workout itself, signaling to your brain, this is who we are and this is what we do. Number three is going to be hunt for evidence. Actively look for proof that you are that new person. Did you choose the side salad instead of fries? Acknowledge it. Did you reach your step goal? Mentally high five yourself. Did someone compliment you? Accept it. You are collecting data to support your new identity. Let's talk about the science of why this matters. When you start telling yourself, I am a fit person, you are giving your brain a new command. Your brain literally starts to hunt for evidence to support that claim. It will start to notice healthy food options on the menu. It will remind you that it's time to go to the gym. It will filter out noise of temptation and amplify the signals that align with your new identity. By repeating your affirmations and anchoring your rituals, you are programming your brain's filter to work for you, not against you. You repeat it, you fake it, and then one day you wake up and you realize it's not fake anymore. You are locked in. Here's a hot girl tip. Stop waiting to feel like her. Start acting like you are already her. Your body will follow your brain, but your brain will always follow your identity. Decide who you are, who you want to be. The rest are just details. Thank you guys so much for being here. I always have a great time chatting with you guys. I hope this video was helpful. If you are going to be locking in over the next 100 days, make sure you comment 100 days to her with your start date. All right. I can't wait to be here and support you guys. And if you guys are interested in the show up system, it is going live by the time this video is out. If you're interested in joining this community, make sure you click the link down below for the show up system. And make sure you guys are following me on my social handle, Fitlist Lifestyle for Instagram, fitlist.lifestyle for TikTok. And I will see you guys in the next video, okay? You guys got this. I'm really excited to hear about your guys' journeys. And if you guys commit to the challenge, make sure after the 100 days, you come back to the video and tell me about it, okay? I want to hear all about it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.